Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. So sorry I haven't been on for a little while. We have all been sick again, sort of getting back into as well the swing of I'm going sort of back to work now, a few more days a week. The baby had first day of childcare yesterday, just lots going on, and yeah, now we're all sick. I don't know if we've got colds or something more, so I'm taking, especially the baby, he's really struggling. He's got such a snuffly nose and he's really having a hard time drinking his milk, so I'm taking him to go to our local testing clinic to go and just get tested for you know what. Hopefully that all comes back fine, but so that's why I've been a little bit MIA. To recap, we are a family of 5, myself, my partner, our 3 children, and this year is the year we are dedicating to getting our family finances under control. So thank you for clicking on this video. If you haven't watched any of the previous videos, please go back and have a look and see sort of how we have been going along on our debt payoff journey. It's been a wild ride already. This past week has really just been about surviving, and we probably have maybe spent a little bit more than this is going to reflect, but just the way that I don't track that heavily anymore, probably not going to see much of that. But look, let's just flip this open to the last week here of March, and I haven't done anything, just with everything going on, especially being back at work a few more days a week now. My paid parental leave has run out from the government, so it went really quick this time. The baby was only 4 months old this week, whereas with our previous child, when she turned 4 months old, I still think I had about like a month and a half, 2 months left. So I'm not sure, maybe hers only started a month after she was born. I don't know. I don't know how it's run out so quick this time. And I really feel like I haven't had enough time home with the baby. He's still so little, and I just feel bad leaving him, going and leaving him at childcare. So that yesterday was a bit of a tough day. When our 2 older ones started, not that I couldn't care less, but I wasn't really upset by the fact that, I was leaving them all day at childcare. But I don't know, that the third kid hits a little harder. Maybe when it's, it's your last baby, they're a bit more precious to you. I'm not too sure why. So look, let's just jump straight in. So the week that we've just exited, you'll see it started on the 24th and ran to the 30th. That was a pay week for both of us. So my partner's wage, now that is for a fortnight. He's in a salary and commission based job, so this is his first month working, so that is just primarily the base salary with no commissions on top. So I'm looking forward to next month and having some of those commissions come through to help boost up the wage. I did a little bit of, I think I did 1 day of work, and then I had some money back paid that had been paid wrong the previous pay, so that got sorted out. So that's why it's a bit higher than what I anticipated it was going to be. Then my Centrelink money, and then we had a little bit of rollover. So we had the SGIC, that's the insurance for our caravan. I actually phoned up and got that insurance put, the caravan, I think they called it, it's like laid up when you're not planning on using it. Now that my partner's gone into this new job, he's not sort of looking at taking any holidays or anything like that, while he's in his, probation period. So I've just put that on the laid up. It's saving us a bit of money, so that's fantastic. Our internet, our mortgage, so that week was our lower mortgage week. Car loan, childcare, that came in a little bit cheaper because now that childcare subsidy change has passed through to us properly. Our life insurance. I've been trying to get his lowered because he was previously in the trade industry and now he's like more of an office job. I didn't have access. He filled out forms to let me have access to make changes to his policy, and then I called up again the other day to make the change, and like it was just impossible. So I think he's going to have to call up on his day off and try and get that sorted because I'm just getting nowhere with it. Power bill. Then I had in here the other car loan that's since been paid off. If you've seen the previous videos that I've posted, you'll know that we've got a new car and we paid off that old car loan. We don't have a car loan now for the new car, and the car dealership, we paid $5,000 towards paying that car out, and they paid the rest off as part of the deal. Then Mother's Day I had in here, we had some photos done, so I had to pay for the other half of the photo shoot. SGIC, that is, I believe, our house insurance, and I always get confused, and you'll know I always run that over 2 weeks because, I don't know, the date's just always week to month, it changes. So it must be not a set day, and it must just be like the last Monday of the month or something. I haven't worked it out yet. And then you'll see here we had 2 doctor's visits in 1 week. So like I said, everyone's been sick. Bought some mats for the new car, and my partner had to get some new shoes for work because his other ones had broken, but they were old ones that he'd had at home, so he would have needed new ones anyway. Groceries. Now, I forgot to get cash out when I went to do the shopping, so I had to go and get cash out at the other, I'd usually go to Aldi, so I had to go to like the Foodland, and I bought some kitty litter and then got some cash out. But the problem was she gave me all 20s, so after I'd done my shopping, when I got home, I didn't have the right mix of money to be able to put what was left over from my shopping to make it 150. So I put 160 to there and then changed the gifts down from 50 to 40 because I actually haven't even spent that money yet because we've got some birthdays coming up. We had one on the weekend just gone. We didn't make it to that one because we had that photo shoot that we were going to that we paid for already, so it just sort of didn't work out, but we have to go drop that present off. But I was lucky enough, that one I got a gift bag when I was buying the baby gift for a work colleague. I got a gift bag worth up to $60, so there were heaps of kid things in there. I was able to pull out a present for the child whose birthday party was the weekend just gone, so I haven't had to buy one. And then the party coming up, I found a present that I had for that age group here at home, like it was already wrapped still from the shop and everything, so I've only had to buy cards, so that's really nice. Medical, that got used up basically the day I put it in because the baby, again, that ear infection, that was one of the doctor's visits when he had to go back and get some more antibiotics for the ear infection. It came back. I don't know what's going on with it. They actually took a swab then of his ear to see what's happening on the inside, and I really have to call up for those results. I've tried looking online, but I can't see it. And then just $20 for the house because we always do need things, and I should always be trying to put money to it even though I haven't been. So we had a good chunk of rollover, but that's because this week we're coming into, we don't have any pay coming in, so that's why we have to roll over so much. And I haven't worked out yet if I'm going to in the future run like a fortnightly or bi-weekly budget, but you can see how much that has filled up just from a week. I don't think I'd have room to set it out the way I would like it to look if I did it bi-weekly, so I think I'm going to have to stick to weekly. So let's just recap. Total income ended up being $2,862. The total bills were $1,226, so we were left over with $1,636. The envelope total came to $250. We didn't put anything to fuel because we had more than enough that we were able to carry over, and we've still got a voucher from our shop back for fuel to be used. So again, even into this week, we may not need it. So we were left with a rollover of $1,386. So now we have to come all the way forward into April. Alrighty, and here we are. Just going to have a quick look, see if we can see it. Here in April, so we've got that rollover $1,386. I'll be getting my final pay parental leave Centrelink payment. I think it's coming through on the 31st. It's about $900. And then I haven't put anything in for rent because the water pump should be getting fixed. So I'm going to anticipate that like we won't be getting paid anything because what it's going to cost to fix the water pump is actually more than what we would usually get paid with that fortnightly rent payment. So it'll be one complete payment that we don't get and then half of another, and that's fine though. I'd rather the water pump be fixed for the tenant. We've just got all the usual bills: mortgage, car loan, childcare, Netflix, that SGIC insurance that I have no idea when it comes out. AHM is our hospital and extras cover. Our eldest, she started going to OSH, out of school hours care, now that I'm going back to work. So I'm working Tuesday and then one other day during the week when the baby will go to childcare 1 day a week. Our middle child goes to childcare that same day, and so I've booked the eldest in for out of school hours care so I can actually get a full work day and work all the way from 8:30 till 5. So and I'll work an extra to work out, sort of an extra 2 hours that I'll work, so it'll be worth it for that, considering that we're already paying for the childcare full day cost. And then I ended up purchasing a photo package from those Mother's Day photos that we had done because they were just beautiful. So groceries, the usual $150. So looking at this, I had sort of added up roughly what things were going to be, and I think that was before the OSH and the photos were in there, but we should have more than enough to cover it. So we should start saving up some money. The new car that we got only had 3 months registration on it. We like to put a year of reg on just so it's sort of like a set and forget. So to put on a year, it would be $536. We have until June or July, so I thought we should start saving up for that. But I'm just going to see once the income comes in really before I budget for it. But I did think maybe I would just do 36 this time, just to round it back then to a nice even figure. Emergency, I would love to put 100 in because I actually had to take some money out of that for, I can't recall now. I had to take some money out for it, but I said to my partner, like, that's exactly why we have it. Might have been for a doctor's something. Oh, gosh, I can't remember. Isn't that terrible? And if we come down here, credit card, I had, because I write my sort of budget up a month in advance just to make sure that, you know, we're going to have the income to cover it. I had written in here the credit card. We no longer have any credit cards, so that's going to be zero. And I thought we should start putting the $50 car loan we were paying. We should start trying to put that aside every week to go towards that other car loan we've got. So pretty standard, nothing majorly exciting. I thought as well today, sorry, I've got a bit of a sniffly nose. And I actually slept out on our lounge last night with the baby because he was just so snuffly. My partner was like, he was saying he couldn't sleep because he was, you know, the baby was so loud. He's still in our room with us snuffling away on his nose. So I came out and the baby and I slept on the lounge. We can pull our lounge out to turn it into like a double bed. It's not a sofa bed as such, but you can pull a compartment of it out and it's really quite comfortable. But it was a long night last night with him on the lounge, wiping up his nose like every 15 minutes. So I'm pretty tired today, especially after working. I did 2 days in a row this week. I really just feel very out of sorts. So you'll see here I've got a tick next to the credit card and the Colorado. They're gone now. They're paid off. Thank goodness. We made that decision to use a big chunk of our savings to get that credit card and that car loan paid off. So hopefully that will be the right decision. I feel much more comfortable that we've only got the one car loan now. Like, just a weight has been lifted off our shoulders. So I'm a bit stressed because obviously it was a big chunk of money. Here you'll see about $8,000, you know, that we've paid off. To not have that sitting in the savings account now is a bit scary. But look, it is what it is and we've got to move forward. And I can just see, I hope the lighting isn't too bad today. It's kind of an overcast day, and that tree outside again is blowing around in the wind, so I hope the lighting isn't going to be too annoying when you're watching this. So I thought, let's go through and work this out. When I did February's one, I had a real hard time. I couldn't get things to balance properly. So this previous month figure, it probably isn't correct. I have a feeling I just added these together, which was the starting balance at the beginning of the month, because whatever I did last month in February, it did not work. So that was just, I don't know. I'm still learning with this. I probably got to go and read the instructions in the front of the book, to be honest. But, like, who actually wants to do that? So if you can see anything that I'm doing that you're like, hey, that's wrong, please comment below. I'm always enjoy, you know, the feedback of what people think. If there's something that I am doing wrong or could be doing better, I would rather know than not know. Oh, somebody's awake down there. I think it's the baby. So we'll see if we can just get this done. And see, this is my problem last time, I think. When I did this part, it didn't add up to this. And I was like, how can it not add up? And this part always throws me. So I'm going to leave this here and you can tell me. So we're doing the total debt monthly progress, which is what you paid off this month, divided by the total starting debt. And it says here, move decimal left 2 places. If I move it to the left, like I can't move it left 2 places. So I'm thinking it's meant to say move it to the right 2 places. It would be 13%. So I don't know. Someone else who has this book, can you just confirm, like, yeah, that is what it's meant to be? Because I think that threw me last time. I'm just going to double check that, because when I was just running through that earlier, that was a different number than I got previously. Okay, well, it must be right. It's just, okay. So we've got this month's total debt balance. So that's the same as this, I think. I don't know. It's what we're doing. Tell me if I'm wrong, please. I'm going to read the instructions after I do this one, and, like, let's be better in April. And then we're doing C, so the total debt you started with, minus D, which is the total debt balance, equals 2. Oh, excuse me. All right, and then it's 2 divided by the total debt. So we have paid off 82% of our total debt from when we started. So that's where we're sitting at the moment. We started with over $70,000 worth of debt. We came into 2022 with, let me find it, I'm pretty sure it was about $25,000 worth of debt. Yeah, just under $25,000 worth of debt when we started 2022. We are now down to $12,447. So we are well on track to be getting that debt paid off by the end of the year. I'm so excited. It's so amazing to see, like, how far we've come. Obviously, not everybody has just like $8,000 sitting there that they can use to pay off their debts. And I'm totally aware of that. So it's, you know, we've been lucky in some aspects with our life, but you can see, like, don't look at these because they're wrong, but in February we had done 70% of our total debt, and in January 67%. So, like, you can see just how far we have come in 2 months of having this budget plan, you know, sticking to it, balancing and juggling the money so much better than we ever have before, of what we've been able to accomplish over you know, January, February, March. It's just amazing. I will always be amazed. It will always blow me away. I found out today too, because my car loan, it's really hard to go and get a balance. You've got to get like a payout letter really to try and get any sort of balance. And my workplace, I work at a car yard. My partner works there too. They're changing finance companies. So the finance company that we have that one with, we're going to lose access to be able to get info from work on that. So I'm going to have to get an updated one. I think they said before June, but I'm hoping, I want to get it moved over to a loan with our everyday bank, just so we can see it on our internet banking and we can put the extra payments straight to it instead of putting it into like a holding account. Because at the moment, any extra payment we make, it's like a $5 fee. So it's just not viable to do that at all. So I'm really excited to fill out the April debt payment plan. And looking here too, it's really nice as well. Having now that Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday where like no bills really ever come out. We don't have that weekly car loan anymore. It's really, really nice. But this next month of April, it's really, I have to start focusing on building up those sinking funds. So the emergency fund, the school fund, I had to buy some more uniform now that we're coming into winter. So that ate up a big chunk of the fund, about half of what I had. I had probably just shy of 500 in there, and the uniforms came to about $210, buying some winter things. So that ate up a large chunk of that. So we really need to knuckle down and start, you know, getting some money away into those. I'm going to do the snowball method of doing it though, where I'm going to just focus on one and then move on to the other one. So I'm going to focus on the emergency fund excuse me, first, because we've got all the uniform that we need now. But then our eldest broke their lunchbox the other day, so now I need to buy a new lunchbox. And we get like a bento box style one, so we can put in, you know, the different foods in the different compartments. And there, I'm sure you can get cheaper ones, but the one that we want to get, because we've got all the inserts for it, it's like $60 sort of thing. So that's a real bummer, but I figure while I'm ordering one, I might as well get another one for our middle child, who will start going to ELC maybe the end of this year or next year, and go from there. I have filled out some previous weeks here with, let's see if you can see it. Oh, hang on. With, let's just move that. The budget, I like to go through, like I said, and do it a month in advance. So I filled out a lot of things in there, again, just for my own peace of mind, so I know like that we'll have enough money at the beginning of the month to cover everything. But what I might do then is have a video, because I'm pretty sure we can go through and do May together, because I've not got anything in for May yet. So we'll do that together this time. I won't go and jump the gun and do it ahead. So I'll see if I can get time. Maybe we can start that today. And I can start recording it to post it up maybe early next week, later this week. We'll wait and see what the day brings with the sick kids and all that fun stuff. So thanks again for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. Probably a little bit of a longer video today than I had aimed for, but because I wasn't able to get on and do 2 videos this week, sort of have to condense it all down to one. So yeah, I hope to see you again on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay, you know, up to date with what we're getting up to. I really better go see what that baby needs. Probably hungry again, because like I said, he's not been feeding very well. So bye.